Gems from the Gita, Divinity. Heaven born the soul, heavenward course must hold. Beyond the world she soars. The wise man, I affirm, can find no rest in that which perishes, nor will he lend his heart to aught that doth time depend. Now, this is a beautiful, profound quote of Michelangelo, which describes to explain the imperishable, indestructible nature of God. God is the taste and purity of water. God is in trees. He is in the flora and fauna of mountains, the brilliance of the sun, the reflected light of the moon, and in everything else in this world. This is the reason our forefathers began the rituals of praying to the sun, to the sea, to rivers, to animals, to shrubs, to everything which is His creation. If we open our eyes, we will realize this, how easy it is to meet God. It will make us conscious before we pollute our rivers, our mountains, our seas. No environment awareness activity will be required if each one of us are made aware of the existence of God in everything around us. Just as beads are strung together with a thread to form a simple necklace, in the same way, God has strung all beings together to form what is called life or jiva. Knowledge of the higher transforms our now or present. Once understanding of the self has been achieved and the wealth which lies within has been recognized, one can slowly graduate to the higher level to become one with the formless God. One must not stagnate only in self-knowledge, but must try to move higher. Just as a child who can read books suitable for kids younger than his age is often nudged by parents to read age-appropriate books or solve puzzles of higher difficulty level, in the same way, on understanding the self, one must put in efforts to start experiencing the divine in everything. Krishna, in this chapter, is nudging Arjuna to recognize this divine aspect of God. Experiencing this divinity is possible only with strong-willed penance. We must move towards understanding the difference between permanence and impermanence. Our miseries are due to our false notion that what we see and experience is permanent. So we become temporarily joyful or unhappy. We must elevate ourselves to the level where we are able to differentiate between such temporary joys and sorrows and experience what I call universal bliss. We must expose our mind to higher values on a daily basis to become a true yogi. Now, Krishna says there are 4 types of devotees or worshippers in this world. 1. Those who worship when in pain or distress. 2. Those who want to gain. 3. Those who are curious to understand God. 4. Those who seek God after gathering all relevant knowledge. The world has several talented people, but only few recognize their talent and begin to transform the self and contribute to the upliftment of society at large through their talent. Similarly, there are numerous devotees trying to reach God in their own personal ways, but only very few are able to overcome fear, anger, and delusion totally and attach themselves only to God. Krishna assures Arjuna and all of us that every person who tries to know Him and meditate upon Him and engage themselves in the last moment of their earthly existence by thinking about Krishna, God immediately takes such a person within himself and the union of Atma and Paramatma takes place.